You want to remove the friction. You want to make reading the easiest option for you. Do you want to read more and feel good about what you're reading, but struggle with time and finding clean books? If so, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Cassidy, a wife, mom, and a lifelong reader whose faith shapes what I read. I learned how to make time for books and choose ones that align with my values. If you're ready for clean books you don't have to second guess and simple reading tips that fit real life, cozy up and let's make reading fun again. I made something special for you. It's my free live Read More challenge, and it's honestly one of the easiest ways to finally start building momentum with your reading. There's no pressure, it's not a complicated system, just something simple that helps you actually follow through. And it's happening live inside my Facebook group on June 2nd to the 4th. You can join me at fruitfulreader.com/challenge. So I want to tell you something that might sound kind of obvious, but it took me a really long time to actually do. I used to say I wanted to read more all the time. I think about it, I'd save random book lists on Instagram and in Facebook groups, but I wasn't actually reading more. And I remember hitting this point where I was like, why does this keep backfiring? Why do I feel like I should be reading more, but I'm not doing it? And honestly, it really came down to this. I was missing a few really simple things that actually make reading happen in real life. Not in theory, not in this perfect routine, but in the middle of mom life and distractions and laundry and everything else going on. And once I started doing these things, everything changed. And I'm so excited to talk to you about this. So number one, it's kind of silly, but hang in there with me. You're not setting clear reading goals. And one of the biggest things readers miss is actually writing down their reading goals and making it so you can see them, like hanging it up. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it works. When your goal just lives in your head, it's super easy to forget about it. Your life fills up so much space, but when you write it down, especially when you share it, it becomes so much more real and it gives you direction and it helps give you a reason to actually follow through. This January, I hosted my very first reading goal slumber party, and we sat down and we made goals that we want to accomplish this year. And I have a special system for that, and it was just so much fun. And it's so cool for people to be sharing with me how their goals are going after doing this, because it really does help you read more when you have an end goal in mind. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna write down your simple reading goal. Maybe it's a number of books that you want to read this year. Maybe it's how many minutes you want to read per day. Maybe it's you want to read a certain genre. You want to post it somewhere you'll see it, like in your planner, your phone, on a sticky note, on your desk. And then you can share it in your book club or on our Facebook group. Posting it publicly is a game changer because it's going to help you be more accountable. The second point is you don't already have your books ready when you need them. A lot of us want to read more, but we don't actually have easy access to the books when those small moments pop up. Because reading really doesn't actually happen in hour chunk times as much as it used to, maybe before kids or when you had more free time. It happens in those tiny moments. And if you don't have a book ready, you are going to start scrolling on your phone. So you need to make it ridiculously so easy to read. You need to always have a physical book. Keep an audiobook ready to go for when you're driving, you're doing chores around the house, and download the Kindle app on your phone. You don't even need to own a Kindle Paperwhite. You can just download the app on your phone, set your phone on Do Not Disturb so you're not getting those notifications, and read on your phone for a little bit. Even 5 minutes really adds up. And if you don't want that distraction, you could go for an ebook reader like a Kindle Paperwhite, which is like my absolute favorite one because it's just reading. There's no distractions or notifications. But the goal is really this. You want to remove the friction. You want to make reading the easiest option for you. So always try to have a book on hand. My third point is that you haven't fully stepped into the identity of I am a reader. And this is a deeper one, and honestly, this one changes everything. You really have to start seeing yourself as someone who reads. You are the literary person. When somebody talks about you, they're like, oh, I know that girl Cassidy. She loves to read books. I always see her reading. Because your habits follow your identity. If you think I'm trying to read more and it feels optional, but if you think I'm a reader, then your actions are going to start lining up with that. This is something that I read about in Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it is so true. You are going to become the person that you want to be and the person that you think about. So start thinking, instead of trying to read more, say, I am a reader. And you're going to reinforce that identity. I'm someone who reads every day. And then you're going to choose books that you're excited about reading. Don't force yourself to read romance if you don't like romance or mysteries or whatever it is. Pick something that you love to read. So then reading won't feel like a chore anymore. it's going to feel part of who you are and your identity. It should feel like something you get to do for fun, not something you're forcing yourself to finish. The fourth point, which is kind of like my bonus point, is that you're missing the power of a reading challenge. Reading challenges are one of the most fun, motivating ways to read more, and I think a lot of people overlook them. We all need that little extra urgency. We need a reason to pick up the book instead of our phone, and a challenge gives you that, and it gives you something to work towards. I adore reading challenges. We always have a reading challenge going on in our book club, and all of my members are always telling me how much they love the challenges. It gives them more clean book options to choose from, but also they are just reading more and having fun because they have this goal end in mind. And in the book club, I set up prizes for finishing the challenge, so you can also do that for yourself. Say you want to read 10 books in 12 months. If you complete that, then you should have a prize set up for yourself. Maybe it's a new cute bookish mug, or maybe it's some bookmarks that you've been wanting. It doesn't have to be something big, but having a prize at the end is very good motivation for us. So let's recap. If you're trying to read more and it has been working, I want you to try these things. Write down your goals, make them visible, have books ready at all times, step into your identity of being a reader, and add a little fun with a reading challenge. And that's it. Nothing complicated, just simple things that actually work in real life. Hey friend, if you loved today's episode, take 30 seconds to join our free Facebook community of over 30,000 women at fruitfulreader.com/group and connect with readers who just want to read more without worrying about what they'll run into. And if you haven't yet, leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly helps other readers find the show. Now go pick something off that TBR or add 3 more. I won't judge. I'll see you next week. Happy reading.